I got an offer to fight in Japan, so I'm going to do a fight somewhere this year. First of all, it's the most important is how I feel. That's the most important, not the money. How I feel.
Could you change anything in kickboxing to be more attractive? We decided to open our own organization to make the kickboxing events in the small gloves.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's not my. I wouldn't do it.
Sorry?
Let me put it like this. I would not do it myself. If people see bloody things, yeah, I know in the period of the Romans and so they liked it like that, you know, fighting with lions and more blood. I don't know if that time is coming back. Yeah, then maybe it's interesting, but for myself, I hope not.
Siemanko, dzień dobry wszystkim. Ja właściwie za każdym razem, kiedy zaczynam jakąś swoją rozmowę, bo nawet nie lubię używać tego słowa wywiad, ale rozmowę po angielsku, to zacznę ją za każdym razem tak samo i tym razem zanim się przełączę na angielski, to przeproszę oczywiście Ernesto za mój parszywy angielski, który im rzadziej go używam, tym bardziej rdzewieje, ale miejmy nadzieję, że dzisiejsza rozmowa będzie bardzo zrozumiała dla wszystkich. Ernesto, I said that first of all I need to apologize everybody for my rubbish English, but hopefully we can understand each other. So anyway,
Yes.
welcome in Poland.
Thank you.
It's not the first time. It's my biggest pleasure to host you in my homeland, in my city, in my favorite place in Krakow. You are not the first time here. How you like the Poland? How you like the Krakow?
Yeah, I like Poland. For all the times I came here with you. I came here with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I came here before also. I think maybe in the 90s one time. And yeah, I like Krakow. I like Poland. Up till now, people are nice to me. So yeah, that's very important.
Today, when we were driving by the city, you said that you remember the Poland from the 90s years.
Yeah.
And now it's a lot of changing. Yeah.
Well, for example, the cars on the I mean, they were like the old Eastern European kind of cars, and maybe now they're still Eastern European, but they look Western European, and so it's a lot changed, and I think a lot changed for the good for the Polish people.
Okay.
And I hope so.
I'm thinking that we are not the west, east side, we are the central of Europe.
Yeah, of course.
Polish
now,
location, yeah, we can say that is the more central, but yeah.
Yeah.
About,
Well,
about the mentality, I think all West Europe was thinking that Poland is the East Europe. Sometimes the people in USA, they think that Poland is still the Russia, Ukraine is the Russia. They don't see any difference.
No.
Belarus, they think. Sometimes the people they think that Poland, yeah, it's just the today it look like the same in the 90s years or maybe more maybe before.
Well, I believe like I think the people in Europe, they know.
Okay.
That's what I think. But outside Europe, they might not know. They might think Poland is a part of Russia or something. But in Europe, especially in Holland, we know. And we see sometimes in sports, we see Polish sports people coming to Holland or something. You know, so I think a lot changed. And yeah, like I say, for the good.
Okay. Ernesto, I want to say that after your career, but I'm not sure that is active, that you are after, or maybe still you are the active fighter. But anyway, yeah, tell us, because you are not so active in the social media, you disappear from the TV. How looks your life? How's your life, Ernesto?
No, I'm still on social media. Maybe not every day, but every week I will post something. Yeah, my life is quiet, relaxed in Holland with my children. I'm divorced for a while already, and also I got an offer to fight in Japan, so I'm going to do a fight somewhere this year. So that's something new.
already you made the decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when gonna happen? This year, next year?
Probably this year. Don't know the date yet. And I started training again. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
I know that, but I need to give you this question. How old are you?
I'm 58.
58. Would you like still to fight in age 58?
Well, you know, like I say, I got the offer and I thought about it and I thought, okay, why not? I can try one time, and if I don't like it, I will not do it anymore. Of course, I will not fight with the best of the best fighters because I am not anymore myself. So I have to be realistic. But yeah, it's always. I mean, fighting is always one thing I like the most, and it's a good challenge for me.
Okay. For the next couple weeks in Poland, exactly 28th of October, we have the event in Poland, fights event. Still, I was thinking that can I call it fights event because we have the freak fight organization in Poland, and the organization what I'm talking right now is the organization called Cloud MMA. And the Jerome Le Banner, he's coming to fight.
Yeah, I know that Jerome is still active, also in Japan. Sometimes he fights, he still looks good, he still looks ready to fight. And yeah, I think whenever he got paid, he's going to fight.
I've never was thinking that maybe I give you this question, but okay, so if you are talking about it right now, so would you interested to fight on some freak fights organization in Poland?
I don't know. I have to see it first, and I have to think about it. And
it depends about what?
No, it depends about the financial terms. It depends about the opponent. It depends about when, those kind of things. But I don't say no, but I will not say yes, because like I say, I'm going to do I'm planning to do a fight. And maybe I can't do it anymore.
I'm not sure, but I didn't hear. Is depend about money, or you didn't say that?
Of course, money is always. I mean, when I fight, especially now when I'm older, also when I was younger, but especially when I'm older, I cannot fight for free. You know,
of course. That's why I'm surprised that you didn't say that like a first point. Because
no, it's what I say. It depends on my how I feel. It depends on how much money. First of all, it's the most important is how I feel. That's the most important, not the money. How I feel.
Of course.
Because if I don't feel good, but the money is good, then it's not good for me. You know, I can do it, and then I can do it for the money. And then I got knocked out, or I get hurt very bad, and then everybody will say, "Yeah, you see, you cannot do it anymore," and this and that. Basically, that is not such a problem. But for me, the problem is I shouldn't have done it, and I have to be sure of the things I do, especially when it's about fighting. And I realize, I mean, I've been knocked out in my career. I'm happy I make more knockouts than I was knocked out myself, but. Being knocked out, then you realize also that the sport you're in is dangerous sometimes, and I will never forget that.
I know, I'm following all your career, and I'm thinking, have you ever get really hurt KO?
Yeah.
Against who, or when was it? When happened?
In 1999 against Francisco Filho.
Okay.
I got hard knockout.
From the high kick, or from the hand, or from the kick?
From the hand.
Okay.
And the reason I say it was hard is that I cannot remember getting out of the ring. I cannot remember standing up. It never came back.
KO ever, yeah?
Never came back. When I was in the dressing room, I asked what happened. Maybe I asked it 100 times. I don't know. I know it from one time. And then my trainer said, "You got knocked out." So at one moment, I'm standing in the ring. And another moment, I'm sitting in the dressing room, and what happened between, I don't know. So that was kind of scary. And that moment, I really thought about quitting. but after I got very negative questions from Japanese press, who were asking me, am I too old? I was 33 years old. Am I too old? Are the fighters too good? Shouldn't you stop? Those kind of things. And then I got angry and I said, no, I'm not going to stop. When you guys think that I have to stop, I'll stop. When I have need to stop. And yeah, I paid myself back. I did not have a good preparation. I made many mistakes. And after that, I didn't make mistakes anymore. I became champion of the K1 that year. I became champion the next year. It basically sometimes you never want to lose, but this time losing this way was good for my career.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ernesto, if we can talk about the kickboxing on the whole world, how you judge the kickboxing? Every organization what you knows, how you can judge the kickboxing on the world? Is the progress?
I think
the regress?
Glory is doing quite okay. I think they
Just okay or something more?
Well, quite okay. Because they are very steady. They have good fighters around them. They attract many people. So I think they're doing quite good. There are some more organizations. One FC. I don't know how good they do. I had a fighter there, and they couldn't fulfill his contract, so I was not so satisfied with One FC. I don't know how the fighters think about One FC. I don't know how the payment is, those kind of things. Bellator, I don't hear so much about Bellator lately, and there are some.
Oh, the kickboxing Bellator is already finished.
Oh well, I didn't know that. So, and of course in Poland there are a few organizations we don't hear so much about in Western Europe, in Holland, but I think the kickboxing has some solid ground, and doing not so bad.
Okay, I'm thinking that this is one of the biggest problem. That, like you said, for example, that people in Holland, they didn't hear so much about the Polish organization.
No.
I'm thinking that this is the problem about the One FC. That can you tell me 5 champions of One FC?
Right now, no.
Yeah, me too. So this is the problem. I'm thinking that in some point we are talking about the same. That this is the problem because I don't know the champions from the one.
No.
Okay, I know the champions from the Glory. Maybe not all of them, but okay. Finally, we are coming to the world. I mean, it's about the fame, because the fame gives you the money. And I'm thinking that what we need, the one global big organization, K1, and still it's difficult to find who is the best one.
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah, it's
But
impossible to make one.
Before
It
when
is
was
impossible to make one big
like UFC in MMA?
organization. UFC pays the most money. UFC for example, in the K1 period, K1 paid the most money. So the best fighters fought in K1. That's how it was. And the disadvantage was K1 was only heavyweight. Later they made K1 Max for 70 kilogram, and the other fighters, they had no chance. That's a disadvantage, I think. Glory, for example, now is doing quite good. And the events in Holland are good. Many people attracts many people to the stadium. So basically, that is going better and better. But I think if you have too many fighters, if you have too many organizations, that is the big problem.
I'm thinking that I know your reply. I know the answer, but anyway, I will ask you. What is the reason that the K1 in Japan just shut down?
Well, very simple. The biggest reason, I think, the biggest reason is the fact, maybe two reasons, is fact that the people around the organizations took too much money out of the company,
Okay.
and also the Japanese fighters didn't win.
Okay.
And K1 was very popular, but every time there was a Dutch guy winning from some small country in Holland, where they could not really make good promotion and everything. So the Japanese people wanted to have a Japanese champion, and they really tried to make Musashi win, for example, and he didn't win. I think if he would have won, there would still be K1 in Japan.
Of course, I have to agree with everything what you said.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember that probably I have this information from you.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, everybody need a local hero. So
Yeah.
everybody was waiting for some Japanese guy who can beat everybody.
Yeah.
And okay, the Musashi, to be honest, he has never chance to win the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, Masato, he was the champion of K1 Max.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the K1 was, as long as Masato was the active fighter, when he finished the career, the K1 was shut down. So I'm thinking that one of the reasons was the problem, the TV, they don't want to pay for the rights TV, yeah?
Well, what the problem was, what I heard, is that they wanted to have a Japanese champion, and Japanese champion didn't come. Also, what I also understood is that the people around K1 took money out of the company
Mm-hmm.
and used it for themselves, and yeah. At some point, it doesn't work anymore. Also, they tried to make K1 big in America. So they went to America a few times, K1 USA. And
K1 Hawaii.
yeah, K1 Hawaii was also K1 USA. And that didn't work.
Okay.
And that, I heard, that cost them a lot of money also.
Okay, but if you are talking about the rights TV, so somebody would like to pay or not, today we have the pay-per-view system where you can get the region the whole world, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe today it can look different.
I think it's still difficult.
Mhm.
Like you already said, it's Glory now. Most of the fighters are with Glory. Glory doesn't. Don't think Glory has a pay-per-view system. Not in Holland,
Okay.
anyway. So I don't think that people are prepared to pay for fights.
Yeah.
To
So
watch
the
on
people in
TV.
Holland, they are not used to
In Holland,
pay
they will
for
not.
the. No.
No.
Okay, so I need to say
Yeah.
that I'm really surprised because
Yeah.
I'm thinking that people in Poland, from couple years, 5-6
Mhm.
years,
Mhm.
they are really used to.
Yeah.
They are really used to pay for the good products in internet.
Holland people are greedy. They don't want to spend their money. No, it's like that. That's what they say. Also, you go Dutch. if they say you go Dutch is from Holland.
Yeah.
That means that you don't want to spend so much money.
Okay.
So Dutch people, they don't like to, like for example, like the pay-per-view business in USA, it's so big, and sometimes when you hear Dana White say in the press conference after the fights that there were 1 million pay-per-view viewers, 1 million. I don't know what they pay. Let's say they pay $30.
Yeah.
So only that
Incredible
is
money.
already $30 million being made. I think it's even more, but suppose it's that money, and then, I mean, the only thing you have to do is make the good uh, the good camera work and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. You know,
Okay.
and of course a good transmission.
Okay.
That's it. And in Holland they try to do pay TV, but in Holland it didn't work so much.
Could you change anything in kickboxing to be more attractive?
Me or
Yeah.
in general?
You general or maybe your ideas?
Bah, I think that is very difficult. I think it is very difficult to change a whole system. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what. And I don't think the kickboxing is doing that bad right now.
Yeah.
So to change it, to make it more attractive, I really had to think about it.
Okay, because as well I am of course the fanatic of kickboxing,
Mm-hmm.
and I will never say that this discipline is boring.
Mm-hmm.
But to make it more attractive, I would like to change something. And now I'm wanna to fluently go to the another topic exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Kickboxing in the small gloves is more danger.
Yeah.
Is more and more popular in the whole world, on the whole world.
Yeah.
So I see that even on the ONE FC,
Mhm.
they making the fight like this,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why we decided to open our own organization to make the kickboxing events in the small gloves.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's not my. I wouldn't do it.
Sorry?
Let me put it like this. I would not do it
Okay.
myself. If the fighters are ready to make the risk, to take the risk of bigger damage,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to them. You know.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it myself. If
It's too danger. You think so?
I won't say too dangerous, but it gives bigger damage, bigger injuries.
Okay. So
And
even if nothing bad happen on the fight, you will never know what can happen with your head when you get so many punches with the small gloves. Yeah.
also it will. I'm not sure if that's a big difference. I don't. Maybe it's not that big
Mhm.
difference, because I talked with the doctors, brain surgeons before, and I'm not sure if that is a very big difference. It's a big difference for the outside, but for the inside, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I wonder if it attracts more people.
Yeah,
I wonder.
fu-
I mean, if people see bloody things, yeah, I know in the period of the Romans, and so they
Okay.
liked it like that, you know, fighting with lions and more blood. I don't know if that time is coming back. Yeah, then maybe it's interesting, but for myself, I hope not.
And anyway, I'm happy to hear
Mhm.
this opinion, especially from the doctor, that is
Mhm.
not so big difference inside,
Mm-hmm.
maybe outside. So like you said, more blood.
Mhm.
So automatically, I think it more attractive for the audience, because people really like it. Okay, of course, nobody
People
wish
like to see blood.
they want to see that exactly. So if I can compare, it's the same like on the football match.
It's like when I sometimes you fight, and then you see all blood on the canvas. You know, it's like, I don't want to stand in the blood. You know, it's somebody else's blood. I wonder what the fighters think about it. But okay.
Yeah, but anyway, we wanna open this organization,
Mm-hmm.
and we wanna build up on the
Mhm.
Polish fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we wanna be one day international. So maybe we can grow up so much that maybe we can even come to the Holland.
Yeah.
But we wanna make the first event, and of course, I would like to invite you.
Mm-hmm.
So please, I cannot tell what exactly date, because now it's the little secret. I will tell you behind the camera.
Okay.
But
No, but it will be interesting. I will be interested to see how it is, because I have seen some bare knuckle fights in the beginning of K-1 in the 90s. it didn't look that good for me. But I wonder what I think about it now.
In 90
know,
years was the
in
fight
the
in the
90s.
Bernacles in K1?
There was what's his name? The name of the guy. Some guy from Hawaii. He was fighting with bare knuckles, or with almost. I think with bare knuckles. Yeah. I forgot his name. I will get his name later, but I don't know his name anymore. And I remember he was from Hawaii, and I've also forgot who he fought. But there was a fight in K1 with bare knuckles, and that was even before they made the small MMA gloves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because all the time we are trying sometimes to compare MMA to kickboxing, and all the time we are talking about the all world. But okay, if we can focus on our location, I mean the Europe. What do you think? The people in Europe, they like or maybe even love more kickboxing or MMA in Europe? I mean, you are the guy who's traveling a lot. You're making the seminars in the many different places in the all Europe. So yeah, you have the biggest knowledge about it.
I don't, because what I do with gloves.
Okay.
I never do with bare knuckles, so I don't know.
No, I'm not talking right now about the bare knuckles. I'm just wanna compare the kickboxing to MMA
to
in
MMA.
Europe.
Yeah, well, I think MMA has grown very fast in Europe after USA. I think kickboxing is still bigger, but not for long. I think MMA will take over.
Okay.
But up till now, if I look at glory events or something, there's no MMA event that can cope with glory still, I think. But I will not be surprised if it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, I'm thinking the kickboxing has their own place on the Europe map with the big events, and I'm thinking it's always unfortunately about the money.
Yeah.
So in UFC, pay the most money.
Yeah.
The people wanna fight there. So if any organization in the world could pay the same money, I think that we can find much more fighters in kickboxing.
Well, you know, I of course I have a very good, beautiful example also for Poland when I trained Joanna Jędrzejczyk for a few years. She was doing quite good, but it was difficult to get her good fights, good money, and everything. And then she tried MMA. And now she's making good money in MMA. It was a good move for her. So I was very happy for her also. And sometimes we don't have so much contact, but sometimes she send me message and telling me how she's doing and everything. So yeah, if things change your life so that much, then I can understand that you choose that way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ernesto, it's time for us because we need to go to Zakopane for the Sports Congress, where we are the guests. So przy okazji możemy wszystkich zaprosić na Kongres Sportu, na który się wspólnie właśnie z Ernesto udajemy. Mamy tam swoje panele dyskusyjne i tym samym będę musiał z przykrością kończyć naszą rozmowę. Ja na szczęście zdążę jeszcze z Ernesto w podróży coś porozmawiać, ale od kamer musimy pomalutku uciekać, tym samym będziemy się pomalutku żegnać. Ernesto, I just want to say a really big thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
For this conversation.
Yes.
It was really nice, like every time. And maybe you want to say something in Polish.
No, my Polish.
The most popular Polish word?
No, I cannot say.
I'm sorry.
The words I learned when I came to Poland, I cannot say in front of the camera.
I will help you. My son, he always saying like, he said, tata, on powiedział kura przez W. Later I will explain what this means. Okay, anyway, thank you very, very much. So, see you soon. Bye.
Os.